Welcome everybody to your Friday drive-by and service drive revolution. Jeremy O'Neill,
Nice.
master, shop owner, advisor fix, profitable service advisor, and father,
That's a lot of hats.
husband,
Yep.
right-wing conspiracy theorist.
Direct line to Trump.
Wow, you text him?
Yeah.
He doesn't text.
Tweets, all sorts of stuff.
He tweets.
Yep.
Today we're going to talk about something that's going to be a little food for thought, a little something going into the weekend, but there's kind of two elements to this. One is it's good practical leadership knowledge, and the other one is it reciprocates. So there's like a feel-good part to this.
Nice.
Just a little, little something that's a little spiritual in the back end.
Spiritual but not religious.
Yeah.
No, I like that.
In the back end.
Perfect.
Like a outcome of it, but not direct.
Wait, are you talking about the prize in a Cracker Jack box?
No.
No.
But, well, maybe it is the prize in a cracker.
Could be.
So,
I hear they used to lace those tattoos with LSD. Just when I was a kid. I don't know if it was the sugar or, you'd like and put the tattoo on. Just a thought. I have no idea what that has to do with today, but go ahead.
I'm glad you brought it up, though.
I bet you are really glad I brought that up.
What we're going to talk about today is stereotype threat. What that means is the expectation effect is very powerful. And so if we believe that pay plans affect outcomes, even more than that, expectations affect outcomes. So if one thing I was actually talking earlier with somebody who's running for mayor of Los Angeles, and there was a group of people talking, and we were talking about homeless. And the thing with trying to solve the homeless issue here in LA is affected by the morale of the homeless. That if they don't feel like there's a better way, they don't feel like there's a path out, they feel down and shamed and like they're not human, then they don't really have a reason to get better or try to improve themselves, right?
Yep.
So the stigma and the way that they're treated and all that when they're down on their luck definitely affects the outcome. So there's a couple studies. There's one study with 2 rats, and the professor told the students that, hey, this rat is a lot smarter than this rat. And then they had them do mazes and different tests. And it ended up the rat that the professor said was smarter performed better. But it had nothing to do with the fact that either rat was smarter. It had to do with how the students handled the rat that was perceived to be smarter.
Interesting.
Right? Same thing with there was a study in, I believe it was New York, with school teachers. And they went to a group of school teachers and they said, you guys are the best. I wish we could pay you more, but we can't pay you. They cut our budget again, so we can't pay you more. But this is what we're going to do next year, is we're going to hand pick students that are the high achievers, and we're going to see if we take the best teachers and the best students and put them together, what magic would happen, right? And so they took these teachers, they handpicked these students, gave them the students, and they went through the school year. And the performance was off the charts. Off the charts. Their grades, their attendance, everything was off the charts, right? And then at the end, they sit the teachers down and they tell them that the students were picked randomly.
Oh, wow. And that they weren't the best teachers. They were actually the worst teachers. Could
The
be.
fact that they
That would be funny.
thought that they were the best
Right.
is what's important. And so think about this for a second in your business. And this is parallel to customer service. But if you walk into a shop and there's parts somewhere and there's trash and it looks disheveled and there's mats on top of a table that are all messed up, right? And seat covers half in and half out, and the garbage hasn't been emptied for a month. What does that say about how you feel about yourself? What are your expectations about yourself? What does that say?
Pretty low.
Pretty low, right?
And that's what you can expect out of the service experience then, right?
That's what your subconscious is telling you.
Yeah.
There's a connection there, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And so it's the same thing with yourself. Like if you don't have goals for your team and you're not telling your team we're going to have the best customer service in our market, like you said something on another show that we did, like we're going to be the best in Hesperia, then the best in California, then the best in the world or whatever.
Right.
If you're not telling your people that, then the expectations are we're just working and getting through the day.
Right.
There isn't something to believe in.
You can see a huge difference in performance when that is there. Businesses that have clearly defined goals and a purpose behind what they do, the employees work harder, smarter, and the place is nice and clean. And then it's very tiring and taxing when you are, the ship without a rudder. You're just out there floating at the sea and the waves are hitting you, the wind's blowing you this way. And this is a tough business. So auto repair, auto maintenance, dealerships, it's a tough business. You've got to be on your A game every day.
And so it goes with leadership, right? The type of leader you are is if you can't get your people to believe in something bigger and believe in themselves, and you can't set expectations, and you let underperformance consistently happen, and you let people be indifferent,
right?
Then they actually are going to be miserable too. But they're going to underperform and they're going to be miserable.
Right.
And they will be better citizens, better employees if the expectations are high and you're shooting for something bigger, right?
Absolutely, for sure.
And so then that little side thing, that back door that I was talking about, the spiritual part is that if you are getting your people to believe in something bigger and that they're better and they're capable of more, they will be capable of more, and then their lives will improve and all ships rise, right?
Nice.
They'll become better husbands, better citizens, they'll feel better about themselves, all of it. And so the expectations that you set as a leader determine the outcome of a lot of things in your business, a lot of things. And so if you're indifferent and you're just trying to get through the day, and you're not reminding everybody daily about what's possible and what they could achieve if they just put their mind to it and how special they are. And you might not be doing that because your team sucks. And maybe you need to find some better people, right? Because there are people out there you can't fix. But in general, if you set higher expectations of yourself and the people that you work with, you're going to perform at a higher level.
Absolutely. So I was looking at my whiteboard last night before coming down today, and I have the different sales steps that we go through as a service advisor. And step 7 is quality control. And I was looking at it, and I'm like, okay, quality control, there's no passion behind that. There's really no purpose. So then I wrote down, deliver a perfect product. And just that expectation, so think about this with the expectations.
Yeah.
As an advisor, what if every car has to be perfect? What is your role in delivering that perfect product to the customer, right? No fingerprints, their concerns taken care of, all the lights are turned out, everything's perfect, right? It's that little extra, but that's what separates the superstars from the average people.
Yep.
So it's the expectations. So what level are you willing to play at today?
It's good. So that's stereotype threat. Think about it in yourself and the people around you, family, it applies to kids, everything. And use that as a tool and understand that the expectations you set will affect the performance and the outcome of whatever it is that is being done. And with that, check out this preview of what's coming up next week on the big show on Service Drive Revolution.
Next week on Service Drive Revolution.
Top 5 things advisors take for granted.
I got knocked out for like 3 days.
Don't people sometimes die from that?
You can. Well, you're not going to be any dumber than you already are, so you're good. That's a couple $100 right there.
Couple $100 a minimum.
Yeah. This is the one that will undo a sale really quickly.
Push the thing off a cliff or put it in a smasher.
Right. That is one advantage I'll concede to the dealerships. This can transform their entire career.
Thanks for watching this episode of Service Drive Revolution's Drive-By. I hope it gives you something to think about over the weekend and inspires some new ideas and hopefully some new results. If you have any questions for the big show, go ahead and post them below in the comments. We'll be looking out for them and we'll answer them on the show. Make sure you subscribe and hit the bell icon so you're notified when we post new episodes. I'm Chris Collins, and you can find me on Facebook and Instagram at Chris Bulldog Collins. And I'll see you again on the next episode.